something like that. You know, he's a school teacher, I believe.
Be like Dark Matter.
Be like
Take vacations. Take time for yourself.
Be like Dark Matter and take vacations. Yeah, take some you time. But yeah, not regionals. That was a mistake of the words. I didn't mean to say that. But back in the day, this used to be the grand finals of just about every monthly we had in Jersey. James, of course, having this huge dominant record over Wishes. But that is old. This is a brand new game, and Wishes is starting to prove himself against James right there, saying that, you know, this is a different game, my friend. I'm not going to let you do that to me again. Maybe I'm going to be the one with the dominant set count, as Wishes is already trying to prove to us all right now, sitting in the winner's side, excuse me, against Shoyo James right now, as opposed to the other way around. And he's already dead, and he has not touched James once this entire stock. Never mind.
James is playing like he's trying to win this right now, but he's going to have to take 6 games and totally do it.
Yes.
It's going to be a grueling battle, but if he's playing like he does in that first stock, it's definitely doable. Yeah. We'll see what happens now as Wishes tries to fight things off on his Ivysaur, with Pokemon Stadium being the pick.
But if Wishes adapts like he did in that last set that these two played, in which he was down 2-0 and brought that reverse 3-0 comeback. Was it a reverse 2? I don't know. But either way, he was able to bring that back and just had one of the most solid adaptations I really have seen in, you know, the recent weeks that we've been playing this brand new Super Smash Bros. Game. But, yeah, he does it again. He does the Flare Blitz on his shield right there, which is not something you really want to do against Chrom. It's just such a committal move. I mean, when you land it, you know, just huge reward. But, you know, it's just pretty much the definition of a high-risk, high-reward move. If anything, I would use that move as that backer is going to be able to take the stock against the Squirtle right there, going up 3-1. If anything, I would use Flare Blitz as a way to explain to casuals what high-risk, high-reward means in this game. I think it's the most obvious example.
It deals damage to yourself. It leaves you so open. But with the opportunity to kill and the chance to recover that we've seen Wishes use it for, it definitely is one of those types of moves.
I don't know if you saw that movement right there. He actually jumped in front of him right there and actually sort of did a semi-waveland on the ground behind him to get past his shield and hit him with an F-tilt to get on his shield for shield pressure. That's actually really crazy by James right there, or at least I think that's what he did. Either that or he just rolled and my eyes are playing tricks on me, but it didn't look like a roll to me. It looked like he made usage of this game's new air dodging mechanics that we have.
Coming into this is still Wish's last stock. He's been playing on this last stock for a while. Let's see if we can do 3 more.
That looked really, really painful. Right there. You see Charizard lean his head back right there, just getting hit right in the face by that sword. Shoyo James pretty solidly taking that first game. Yeah, and there he goes with the hand warmers right there. Shoyo James, of course, used to have some pretty bad hand problems, but they're getting better. He doesn't play with a GameCube controller anymore, which he says helps him out hugely. He said he has gone on quote to say that the GameCube controller just did not help with like his former hand problems, as he used to have very, very severe arthritis in his hands.
Yeah, no, people have gone on the record showing how the GameCube controller, while very ahead of its time for its time, explodes your hands.
Exactly. It's not as bad as if you play like Melee or something and you play super technical characters like Fox's, but it is not a very ergonomic controller, to say the least.
To say the least.
Yeah, the Pro controller at the very least is better for your hands. Some people still prefer the GameCube. I know I do. I feel like most people still prefer it, but we have more people switching to Pro than ever. Shoyo James, of course, at the forefront of that. And here we are.
Game 2 for Town and City. All right, I like this. It's going to give a little bit more room for Wishes to play around. And I feel like if you could just slow James down, then he certainly has the opportunity to take this. Because, remember, Wishes put James into the loser's bracket. But, I don't know, man. That was a really convincing game 1 from James.
Yes, it was. I mean, he might have gotten that knowledge that he needed. I mean, there really is no way I can even, in any way, shape, or form, predict who is possibly going to win this tournament or win this set at this point. These guys... I think one thing I forgot to mention is that they also quite frequently go to Game 5. They adapt to each other very well mid-game, mid-set, and it's no different despite the two of them playing different characters than they used to as well. So we're going to be seeing a lot of different changes coming out from these guys, which the two of us, to the best of our ability, are going to try and point out for you wonderful viewers at home. Getting a jab on the shield right there, dropping the shield for the neutral air right there, getting a combo of his own. Both of these guys doing really well, only about a 10% differential between them. Shoyo James getting a second read right there to get that damage on the Charizard, and he's going to get the parry to the jab, set up to the back there. Hangman just leaning his head back in for admiration of that wonderful play that we saw from James right there, who's actually just camping the ledge to get away from that Ivysaur forward smash. That was actually terrifying.
I mean, that forward smash goes far.
Yeah, no, it does. I think he was honestly scared. I think he just dropped ledge to try to avoid it once, but then he saw that he was holding it because one of the major differences of Super Smash Bros. Ultimate is that you can charge smash attacks for about 9 seconds or something of the like. I think a little shorter than 9 seconds. I don't know the exact count, but either way, much longer than you're used to, and I think he just realized he was sort of in a bad place right there, but Wishes unfortunately misspacing it, but he's not going to misspace that with that up air.
Very nicely done, trying to keep things even though James has got his damage game on point. Wish is just playing just as explosively. Gotta figure out how to get around this distort, though. The dancing blades from James have been phenomenal, and his ledge play is so concise. He lands the one hits that he knows are gonna lead into the forward smash, and we just see forward smash again and again and again, and no one is figuring out how to play around it.
Yeah, definitely, like, figuring out how to play around forward smashes. It's pretty crucial if you're going to be fighting a Chrom as good as James, and not even, like, players as high level as Wishes. Players who get to Grand Finals, winner side of this tournament, even they sometimes cannot always find a way around it. But that's also because the move in itself is just amazing as he tries to hit him with just the home run right there, just the all or nothing with that runoff downer right there. At 10%, I don't even know if that was even going to really kill. I feel like he probably would have been able to switch to Charizard and, still use his multiple jumps right there and help you to be able to make it back. But Shoyo James, not caring, just running off, trying to make a usage of his rage right there, which probably would have killed. Jumping above the flare blitz instead of spot dodging or shielding to try and get around that, which is also an effective strategy on its own. I love how he waited for the switch of the Pokemon right there before he landed, knowing that that's a classic mix that this character has to be able to make his way around. Some other characters aren't able to do that as much and just have to land or just have some other stalling tactic if their character has one. But Pokemon Trainer, of course, is one of the best ones in the game. Shoyo James saying, I don't care about that. I'm just gonna wait. I know what your character's capable of. Probably better than you do. Because I'm James, whatever. And he's just waiting to catch him with the forward smash. Didn't work out for him, but he's able to get that back air to close out the stock regardless. James looking huge to take this first set.
Yeah, this set has been going at a mile a minute right now.
Yeah.
We're already into the game 3. Justy, he's breathing. That we know. But
yes,
he's got to breathe some life into this play, because even though he is managing to dance around Chrom well enough, the ledge play has been completely dominated by Chrom.
Yeah. I mean, Chrom as a whole is just very dominant at ledge play. The character, is just very, by the ledge, he's a very reaction-based character in that regard, and if he's able to get those reactions on point, you're not just going to get knocked off stage and potentially gimped if you're at relatively high percent. If you're at higher percent, you're just going to die. And the sword is just so big that it just has so much coverage as well and kill power. I mean, it's just one of the things that makes Chrom a top tier. And Shoyo James just taking just such good usage of that. Even just, that was a combo. He back aired, he was that low on the stage, he outbeat to make it back, and it comboed.
Yo, Chrom's got to be so confused right now, because he just kept swinging. He was beating the hell out of 3 different guys.
Yeah, basically. Yo, wait, I thought it was a turtle.
Like, he turns around, now it's a toad.
Where did this dragon come? Yo, what is this plant? Speaking of plant, shout out to him. I can't wait to see a plant make top 8 at Collision.
I can't wait for all of New Jersey to play plant.
Yeah.
Y'all made that happen.
He's gonna be the Jersey character, like Fallon's the New York character, dude. I hope Plant is terrible. Anyway, let's continue on with this match right here. Shoyo James up 2-0 against Wishes, and that F-tilt just barely not killing. If he was either of the other Pokemon right there, it would have killed in the back air. That's gonna do it. James all over Wishes right now.
Not able to raid the air dodge properly. Not killing with the up air. I love the patience. There we go.
He knew the platform was going to come back.
I don't know about that, but just Wishes standing right in position, knowing that James was going to try to react with something aggressive. And was just waiting. He waited, worked out so well for him, but he's still got 2 stocks to take out here. Meanwhile, his Squirtle's taking the beating already at 76%.
Never underestimate the power of waiting in fighting games.
Patience is a virtue, but I don't know how long it's going to go for Wishes, because he's already sitting nearly at 100% on his final stock. We are on the verge of bracket reset.
Yeah, oh, wow, but that upbeat, angling it straight up to be able to take that stock at like 80 or 70. That was really nuts.
On the real, Wishes isn't playing Pokemon Trainer. He's playing Ivysaur and Friends.
Oh, for sure.
This man's spacing has been on point throughout the night with Ivysaur. And I feel like he's just making better decisions when he's controlling the pace of the match with Ivysaur.
I think Ivysaur is that F-Tilt is not going to take the stock. I mean, you want my personal bias out here. I think Ivysaur is just the best of the 3 Pokemon overall.
I feel like that goes without saying, but it's just like Wishes plays the character so well. Unfortunately, it's not reflected here in the first set of Grand Finals as we're going right into the bracket reset.
Well, a very quick bracket reset by James as well. Probably one of the quickest that I personally have commentated in quite some time.
Oh, yeah. This man's playing like he's got places to go.
Oh, yeah. It's just very, very dominant performance by Shoyo James right here. Let's see if he's able to keep that momentum up, or Justy, the artist formerly known as Justy, my mistake, is going to be able to adapt relatively quickly. But I don't even know if he's going to be able to adapt that quickly, considering how fast that set was.
It was a quick set.
You know, normally it's like game 5s in a bracket reset where like the opponent in the second one either counter picks or they're like have to adapt, but not here. That was quick. He not only just dominated that set, I don't even know if it really gave Wishes that much time to even really adapt on his own.
Not particularly. I think Wishes right now, he's just taking a breather.
Yeah.
Which, like,
yeah, he's got
good on him. He's got to make sure he's got a good mindset for approaching this matchup, because that was rough business.
Yeah, he's got his glasses off, sitting there as well. You know, he's really thinking about what he wants to do right now. I think he was cleaning his glasses, actually. You know, of course, that's if you wear glasses, which plenty of gamer, plenty of person does, you know, definitely that's something you want to be able to do as well. No inklings, no counter picks, no nothing coming out from this guy right now saying, I am a Pokemon trainer main. I'm going to come back at you with this Pokemon trainer. We're running it off to Smashville, relatively small stage. Chrom can kill me early, but I can kill you even earlier somehow if I'm playing my Charizard, which is exactly what I intend to do. We have true Grand Finals coming up against you, coming out for you guys right now. Shoyo James going up against Wishes. Let's get right back into the action.
And immediately we're seeing James swing
Oh.
forward smash out of that. Wishes looks like he's at a loss of words right now. You just start the set with 75% damage on your first stock. It's so disheartening.
Not crap talking Wishes, as that stock was amazing right there. But I do also think that's just how he looks when he plays. So I think he just hangs his mouth there as well. But can we talk about that first stock, though? That was huge. He got 3 hits off of Ivysaur right there. First up air, the second up air, which is almost 40 already. Comboing correctly and then helping to be able to take the stock. But Chrom, once again, saying anything you can do, I can do better. It's pretty much the theme of the night with Shoyo James and with this character right now. Able to just get a few hits onto the Ivysaur right there and able to take out the stock relatively quickly, evening out this match immediately.
Now, while the stocks are even, that'll give you. I feel like the momentum, there's like a different tone to this match than the first set of Grand Finals, where like James just completely ran the gambit of what to do. Like, he had a grocery list of what he needed to figure out on how Wishes was playing and how to play around it, and he found that all in the first 2 aisles. But now, Wishes has to put a lot of work into just throwing off James's groove. Now, whether or not he does that by waiting, which we saw that worked very well in Game 3 of the Grand Finals, or if it's through just mixing up his pressure, that remains to be seen. But it's so much more effort that Wishes has to put in, because not only does he have to play a pristine game with Trainer, but he cannot allow himself to get linear with it. He has to mix up constantly.
Yeah, he has to, like you said, he has to be able to mix up constantly to be able to throw James off his game, because whatever his game plan is right now, it ain't working. He was able to, Shoyo James was able to take those 3 games super easy. He's just got to do something to at least throw him off for a little bit before if he really wants to be able to take this game. But Shoyo James is just, he's good enough of a top player, he's good enough of a player really to just be able to keep himself composed in that regards. But so far, whatever Wishes is doing, it's working out relatively well so far for him. He's already up his stock again, air dodging out of this, hit off the shield of that side B right there, which I didn't even realize Squirtle was actually able to do. Was not even aware of that. Switching back, getting that damage slowly but surely. James actually hitting him with the bait right there with the drop through Waveland down tech, which any character in this game can do. If you drop through the platform and then immediately Waveland air dodge down, your character will Waveland onto the platform. Since you move slightly back whenever you directional air dodge in one direction, it'll move slightly back in the other. James being fully aware of that tech, using it to bait Wishes into pressing a button that he didn't realize he didn't want to press. All running back, trying to get a grab right now. Fading in with the neutral air. Ivysaur's neutral air, of course, amazing. You know, this game is good neutral airs. And James running in with good forward airs instead of his own, trying to get this damage on. Shoyo James just slightly down in percent, but of course he is not out. Chrom's raw kill power is no slouch. Nothing to slouch on. And Wishes, of course, not slouching on that, especially if he just gets hit with 1 or 2 more forward airs. He will be in that relative kill percent, but he already realizes that, which is why he's switching back to Charizard immediately. And Shoyo James just not caring. I don't care if you're going to switch. It's just this aggression from him is just relentless to try and make his way back, canceling that jab, that quick jab immediately into another grab into the ledge drop. This man is just relentless. He's just all over Wishes no matter what he does. The adaptation is, it's insane from Shoyo James right now, to say the very, very least. He's looking incredibly poised to be able to take this tournament.
It's rough business, man.
Yeah.
Like, that entire game 1, Wishes was playing that really well. He made a couple of mistakes on his last stock, and that's it. James was able to make the immediate comeback. Insane play from James right now. He's already setting up the game point. Just 2 more to go, and he's got this tournament under wraps. But we got to get there first. Starting off once again, Smashville. I feel like the stage has been working really well for Wishes. It's just James is playing so fundamentally strong right now that there's like nothing that Wishes can take from him. Like, he has the stage advantage, he has the legend control, he's had amazing combos across all 3 of the Pokemon. Wishes has shown proficiency with what to do in each of these situations, and especially across switching throughout the 3 of them. So, even sometimes mid-combo. Yet all of that has not mattered to James. James is just playing the game at its core so well.
Truth be told, Hangman, before you even really finished your sentence and brought up your point about James, you know, just not even caring about the fact that he's basically fighting 3 different characters, it is exactly what I was thinking. It just, his core game plan is just so strong. His core gameplay is just, his ability to play a platform fighter at this level is just so well structured and intense that it just doesn't matter that he's essentially fighting 3 different characters right now. That you really, I really appreciate you taking a moment to realize, not to realize that, but to tell the people to realize that and appreciate that as well, because that is just really more impressive than words can really describe. Is that up smash out of shield for Wishes is going to be able to take Shoyo James' first stock right there. Yeah, and so far he's just really just showing his dominance right here. But the Squirtle, patented Squirtle mix, he's able to do this back and forth, essentially playing Pong with himself. And just to get that 74 damage nice and easy. Squirtle just so good attacking on that damage. Little mini Mario, I like to call him. Oh, actually able to get that get up attack right there. That actually has a get up attacks as a whole, of course. Much more invincibility than they had in prior Smash games.
Indeed. That's why we've been seeing a lot of them come out from both of these players. It's just, in general, it's a safer option. And especially when you have these 2 players who are waiting at the ledge trying to figure out what the aggressive option is. That little bit of invincibility on top of the hitbox that's coming out, it helps the reversal. It helps it immensely.
Yeah, for sure.
I feel like Flamethrower would be such a better tool in a different game. But directional air dodge invalidates any of the pressure that you get by pushing someone.
It definitely makes that move a little bit worse in this game for sure, you know, so it's not always the prominent one. But Charizard is really, in this game, he's been demoted as his own character to one just really meant to just be the one to take stocks and just survive a little longer, because I do think he's probably the worst out of the... I can't even really say that. You know, I mean, of course he has his flaws, but like him and Squirtle, of course, like share different flaws. Squirtle dies a lot earlier than he does, but you know, Charizard's combo game isn't as big as Squirtle's, you know. Each Pokemon just has their own things, and Wishes finally putting himself on the board, taking a game in the second set that we have of Grand Finals here, putting himself on the board, seeing how much farther he's going to be able to do that 1-1 in sets right now. Shoyo James holding his hand warmer to his face.
This set is building itself up now, with Wishes being able to get a little bit of wind beneath his wings. He's got to figure out how far he can carry this now, because we've seen how well he's been playing all day, and even in the matches where he's losing against James, he's still playing them out really well. He just needs to continue to come out on top here. And I feel like it's just a matter of maintaining his A game. He's doing such a good job of knowing when to switch to Pokemon, when to focus out Ivysaur, because it's very clear that Ivysaur is like the breadwinner here. That's the one that's carrying the team. But I feel like he's making a lot of really good decisions on when it's time to keep Squirtle on the board or when Charizard can end on stock. And I feel like James is starting to lose grasp of how Wishes is handling these situations.
Indeed, the Ivysaur point especially. Ivysaur definitely a little bit of a higher level than the other Pokemon. Probably was probably that trainer in the background starter. You know, at the very beginning, you know, probably had a little Venusaur or what was it? I don't know. I'm actually I don't know too much about Pokemon. I'm sorry, but anyway, we're here on town. Great point. You know, great analogy. Great sick commentary into it. I'm gonna high five yourself. Let's go. All right. Anyway, James versus Wishes.
Ivysaur is still getting beat. It's still happening.
Yeah.
This poor thing.
Yeah, you know, it's been hours that this has been happening with these two. I mean, hey, this Ivysaur wants to do what it can for its trainer right now, surviving all these Chrom slices right now. It might be the carry of the team, but even the carry of the team is just no match for Chrom. Chrom, of course, still higher on the tier list in my personal opinion, at the very least. But that doesn't matter, of course, you know. Or at the very least, it looks like James is trying to prove that right now, because this Chrom, it doesn't matter what Pokemon is putting out here. Whatever it is, it's getting slapped. And there you go. That's a stock.
Yeah. You see, seeing the raw Flare Blitz come out, it's just aggravating to watch because we've seen how well Wishes has been playing, and like he'll make a lot of good decisions, but then one brutally bad decision just costs him the time. Not just the stock, like the stock is negligent at this point with how well that James is taking out stocks, but the momentum that he's taking from himself and like the mental burn that's gotta have on your confidence, it's just, well, it's hard to see, especially a player as talented as Wishes. Good call out from the up smash, but he's still got quite a bit of work ahead of him.
That he does. He still has a little bit of a mountain to climb right here. 0% sitting pretty as Shoyo James right now. No, he gets the pratfall though, and he's gonna get a lot of damage off of it for his troubles. What, 39% off of that one little pratfall jab right there. Good stuff to Wishes able to capitalize on that mechanic right there, recognizing the situation. Many players don't do that.
Yeah, Squirtle actually gets a load off of whether it's pratfall or instituting a trip himself. Like Squirtle can get a lot going for him. So it's just something that, it's another layer of complexity to the character because you have to be aware of that with Squirtle.
Yeah, and it adds another layer of complexity to the character because you know that Squirtle is probably the best at those situations, and you know, it's just another one of those things that just makes, you know, not Wishes. It's another one of those things that makes Pokemon Trainer just such a complex character. It's just, the simplest way to say it is that it's just the obvious factor that it's just 3 characters in one, and you have to know what every one of those characters is capable of as well. It's just such a unique aesthetic to a Smash Brothers fighter that it's 3 fighters in one, you know? And it's just something that we never even got to realize because back in Brawl, when this character's concept was even essentially created, it just didn't matter because Meta Knight was just such an insanely polarizing character. But, of course, that's Brawl. This is Ultimate. This is a different game. We now get to see what Pokemon Trainer is truly capable of in full force here with Wishes in Grand Finals in the forward smash, actually turning the side B from Squirtle around, causing the animation to continue in the other direction. I didn't even know that's what happened when you hit that move.
Yeah, if there's enough knockback received on the shell, it just travels in the opposite direction.
Very interesting, and that slight hit is going to be all it takes. Shoyo James going a little too far off stage, using his jump right there. One hit is all it takes for Chrom in that situation to die. His recovery is amazing, but if Chrom ever does overextend, which, as you can see, even players as high level and proficient as Shoyo James might sometimes still do, you can still gimp him in those situations, especially if your character has a water gun, but, you know, that situation has never really reared its ugly head. Shoyo James has never put himself in a position to do that. Point is, though, that still can happen to Chrom. Is that forward tilt? Not going to take the stock. Actually, just barely losing the stock right there. And jab. DIing away is Wishes, making sure he doesn't get caught in a forward air string or a back air right there off of the jab right there, which does safely confirm it's just another get-up attack right here. James with just this ledge option coverage is just so good. And the one time he decides to jump off and get back away, just the forward air is going to wind up eating it anyway. James, relentless.
He hasn't let up. It doesn't matter how well Wishes plays. James has just not let up on any front.
He really hasn't. And it's another one of those things that really just shows the measure of that makes him a top player compared to, like, all the other players that were in this venue earlier. It's just, it's not a matter of, like, it's not a matter of coming in saying you could beat anybody here. You gotta beat them all in the same day. And the tournaments might run a little late as well, up to midnight. You got to still be playing at that level. Some players can't do that. It's the gauntlet is what separates, you know, players like him from players like, you know, like me, you know. And that's just one of the things that makes him such an amazing player. It's just, it's the last legs of the tournament. He was down a whole set. He had to take 2 sets. That's 6 games minimum against Wishes that he had to play against him. And Wish is just such an amazing, proficient player. You saw him. He 3-0'd Mr. E to be able to get to grand finals. That is not an easy task. But James, just keeping his composure, knowing the situation he's in, focusing on nothing but the game and the way that he wants to play it, the way he knows how to play it. We are here at Battlefield Midgar for what is potentially the final game. Yes, I apologize for cutting you off there.
We're almost out of here, man. Coming into Game 4 of the Reset Grand Finals, we'll see if the stage switch is something that's going to be able to help Wishes, and a bit of a change of scenery with the platform layouts as well. Very different from what we're used to on Town and City and Smash Bros, where a lot of these games have been taking place between these two.
Yeah,
just for what it's worth, we've seen Wishes playing along platforms very well. He hasn't been able to recover from them too well, especially as from what we saw from the last stock. But if Wishes could hold center stage, we could very well see ourselves going into Game 5 of the Reset Grand Finals.
Yeah, but let's not count our chickens before they hatch. Hey, man, anything can happen right now. That upper actually almost killing from the second platform, but that second one from the top platform will do it that time. Wish is taking the first stock in this game, trying to keep himself alive in this final bracket between these top 2 players right now. And James actually recognizing that he was going to switch right there and just waiting to go back to the platform, see if he can cover another option. And the F-tilt right there. Heaviest Pokemon of the bunch. Still going to kill Charizard right there. My goodness, just Chrom just saying, I don't care about Pokemon, you know, like, heroes. That's the better mobile game. That's the better mobile game for you guys to play right now. Spend some orbs, which is what James is probably going to spend all his winnings on once he wins this tournament. Try and get some more pictures of Chrom in different armor for you. Let's go, James. Anyway. Getting a good old Squirtle combo right there and getting the pivot grab right there to continue the combo right there, continue that destruction, that devastation, the mix, switching to Ivysaur right there, getting that back air to the up tilt, not the up tilt, the up B right there. Able to close out that combo. Man, it's so cool seeing Pokemon trainer mains just continue combos with different characters, just switching characters in the middle of a combo and then continuing the combo. It's so hype.
It's what they have to do to stay alive with this character. There's a lot you have to commit to when you're playing trainer. But if you like the character, that's what you're doing, man. And I feel like Wishes has done a fantastic job of showing the strengths of the character.
Absolutely, yeah. We're seeing some of the highest level Pokemon trainer play that you guys will pretty much ever see, you know, on the East Coast or any other coast right now. Wishes, of course, one of the in my opinion, one of the forefront players of this character right now, as you are seeing what he's capable of. Getting to grand finals, winner side of a tournament like this is no easy task. And as well as no easy task is, you know, taking 2 sets off of the guy who was able to do that, which is looking like Shoyo James very well might do right now. This pressure, this onslaught is just relentless. He's able to get that buffered grab, that buffered roll to be able to not get grabbed right there by Charizard, rolling back onto the stage, regaining control, and getting the back air right there. From like the other side of him right there. Chrom's hitbox is just so huge. Shoyo James 1 stock away from walking away with all the money.
Still has a little bit of work to go ahead of him, though, especially as he sits at 131%. And this is a position on this stage where Wishes has been fairly comfortable with ending out stocks. We've seen the up air do it once before. Very likely he could do it again with Ivysaur, especially if he finds his Razor Leaf to confirm into it. At that, it's also worth noting that back throw can potentially kill as well.
Yeah, it's definitely another option, but now he's got him. He's just hitting him with the up everything. That's the position you don't want to be in against Chrom, ladies and gentlemen. You don't want to be above him. You don't want to be next to him for him to take that damage, and Wish is just barely living that back air right now. Shoyo James going for the trump, trying to end all the tournament right there. Wishes has to take this stock now. Like right now. And he looks like he heard me. He's going to be able to do it right here. Last stock, potentially the last game of the tournament right here. This is huge for Wishes right now. Going to get those 2 up tilts comboing into itself. Trying to get a 3rd one, but it's going to trade with that attack from Chrom right there. And he's going to not want to switch off Zard right here because he does not want to die at a wonky percent by the Squirtle or Ivysaur right here. And it's looking like it's not going to matter too much because he's already tacking on lots of damage onto James right here. A position where he would be playing Charizard regardless to try and finish out the stock. And he's jumping away, trying to get away from the up air right there. It's so scary. He needs to take this stock right now if he wants to be able to survive in this bracket for just 1 more game. I thought he he was going to get the back air right there, but the left platform actually saving Shoyo James's hide. Would have landed right there and actually would have stopped the combo dead right there, but Wishes still fighting his back. They are all staring at the screen right there from outside. The crowd, their eyes locked onto the match right there. Forward air not going to be able to take it just yet.
It's a do-or-die situation for Wishes. He's so close to being able to bring this into another game, but he's not given the opportunity. Shoyo James is going to be the first victor of the Forge Monthly Series.
And you gotta clap it up for him right there, ladies and gentlemen. Shoyo James, just the adaptation.
Amazingly played.
Yeah.
Absolutely relentless.
To say the least.
Well played on everyone who made it into this top 8, but honestly, especially Wishes. Like, the amount of work he has to put in to do all of that with Trainer, really something to behold. Like, truly well done on all halves. And if anyone was ever having doubts about Chrom being a good character, about him wavering in the meta, let this be a lesson to you that this is still a character to watch out for.
Oh, yeah. Absolutely, to say the least. Chrom is, I never thought Chrom was any character to be slept on. I don't know who you've been talking to.
Yeah, hey, listen,
saying that?
People have opinions. People have opinions.
Yeah.
But all I know is that is it for tonight's tournament. It has been a very fun round.
Yes, it has. Yeah. Thank you so much for coming and just for casting for us, man. I mean, you've been casting for a while. I only came in for top 8, you know?
Yeah, I'm hungry. I haven't eaten since 7:30
You should definitely
this
go
morning.
eat. I'm going to ask Chris if he wants to do interviews, in which case I will, of course, do that since you are hungry. You also live farther away. We're not going to impose that on you
I gotta wait to see. I gotta see where E is.
Yeah, I live 15 minutes away from here, so if if Chris wants to do interviews, I don't know if he does. I'm more than open to being able to do
you know what?
that.
That's a good idea. Let's do that.
All right.
James is going to be on his way in.
It's gonna be it for me. If you liked what you heard from me, drop a follow.
I don't know what you're doing if you're not following this, man.
Sometimes I tweet. Most times I just retweet stuff. But that's good for me.
Thank you so much
pleasure,
for
man.
all your commentary work. It was a wonderful top 8. Thank you for
hopefully
not
I'll see you
laughing
again.
at any of my terrible jokes whenever I got off. I got
gotta
off topic for a bit. I talked about Smash 4 a lot. I didn't mean to, but I did.
Don't worry. I took the notes. I'll be hard on you later. But for now, that's it for me. Stay tuned for the interview.
See you later. Hey man, this was like self-filtered me too. Trust me, if you see me on a stream where like it's less self-filtered, I am the worst commentator you'll ever see in your life. But you already knew that. Sorry. It was fun, man. Yeah, had a blast.
What's good, every pony? All right.
Ooh, this one's nice and warm for Hangman's as well. I am Shoyo James. I just won this tournament.
You did give me a good game. You know, that was like 2 last take games when we actually played in brackets.
Yeah, that was true.
That was pretty good.
Unfortunately, I was just making my own mistakes jumping on the ledge, but they still got to last stock last hit. But if I didn't do that, I would have won. I would have beat Shoyo James anyway.
Anyway.
Yes. Congratulations, my friend. You won a very stacked bracket today. About first place out of about 140 entrants, 110 with the DQs.
Oh, 110 with DQs. It's still good. I didn't know it was that much. Okay, cool.
Yeah, it wasn't that much.
That's pretty good.
Yeah,
pretty happy about that because I kind of beat everyone I wanted to beat. You know, just to make a little make a statement that I'm pretty good still. Chrom is insane. So I'll tell you guys a little trivia. I literally did not get gimped until I played Jackal, and he gimped me I think 4 times, and that's it.
Yeah.
The whole tournament, I didn't get gimped.
He was like doing a lot of very good rising dares. I mean, me and Hangman were talking.
Jackal
Any
was doing
character
really
that
good.
has a good any character that has a dare like that actually spikes is so much easier for edge guarding Chrom.
Yeah,
like there's so
really
many other
is.
characters who have spikes that's with like their forward airs or their back airs or something, and it's still so awkward to get around that giant hitbox. But Pichu, he's not one of those
He doesn't care.
characters.
He
Yeah,
can go
doesn't
wherever he
care.
wants.
Yeah.
I think Justin gimped me once or down aired my recovery once, but for real, this whole bracket I got gimped like 10 times, not even 10, like 6 maybe 5 in my mystery set. I gimped him more than he gimped me. That's insane.
Yeah.
Chrom's broken, and for some reason people aren't playing him, man. The recovery's not that bad.
Gotta ask.
Okay.
What was going through your head? I'm sorry. Were you finished with your thought?
Yeah, I'm thought. I'm finished. Oh, yeah, I'm thought.
Yeah.
Hey, I am.
Oh my God, you told me to be eSports going in here. I gotta ask. After your first set with Wishes,
Like the first set in
your
winners?
winners finals one, yes.
Oh, I just felt like
What was going through your mind after you lost and what you thought like you needed to do? Because one thing that me and Hangman were going off about was your incredible adaptation to him, because we're just going to keep it real. You bodied him Ingrains. Like, it was just that solid.
That's that one,
solid
yeah.
3-0.
And then
no,
he
even
kinda,
the second one, I mean, he took a game. It wasn't as free, but like,
yeah.
not free. That is not what I meant to say. Not as free, but like, I'm saying like, you were still very solidly winning.
I was kind of understanding I was playing a little too safe.
Okay.
And like, the only thing that would happen in neutral that would actually like get to me is Squirtle, where he just gives me 0 to 60 every stock. I'm like, all right, as long as I camp this, I think I can win every game. Because Ivysaur, neutral monster, but not that great still, unfortunately. Like, projectile's good, but I can just shield and eventually, you know, hit one of your flaws, you know? You're eventually going to misspace it. You can't be perfect at all times. And Charizard, unfortunately, is just Charizard. Like, I can't really speak much for him.
Yeah, I think Charizard is probably the worst.
I could tell during his dash movements that he was going for the YOLO Flare Blitz every time. So it hit once in winners, but after that, he died, I think, 3 times for Flare Blitzing. Because Flare Blitz is an okay move, but it really isn't that good. It's good for tech scenarios, but he likes to use it in the neutral. And it's like, no, don't. It's not that great.
Right.
That was one thing I was looking for.
You were just all over wishes for the second half of that set. Like, it looked like a completely different set. Because I remember, were you not up 2-0 against him in the winner's final set?
I was, yeah, and then he reversed 3-0'd me.
Yeah, and then he reversed 3-0'd you, which was just...
I was just thinking of, like, why I was getting reverse 3-0'd. I was like, okay. So, a big punish is, I was being a baby, like... So, in the first set, he'd get up, attack me, and I would just grab him. I'm like, why am I doing that? I literally am Chrom. On reaction, I can just F-smash him after the get-up attack, no matter what. Even if I don't parry it. And I can F-tilt for even, like, a baby mode option. I just wasn't doing it. So, I was just being way too safe against him, and now I'm like, okay... You know, going with the Kahunas, I'm just gonna like fair him every single. I went off stage, faired him a bunch. Went off stage, back air, ledge trump back air, all that risky stuff, you know. Because if I mess up, I'll die. But Chrom, you know, you're already playing one of the worst recoveries in the game. You might as well be a little risky. Yeah, it's insane.
Such a myth, which leads me to ask. Hangman did point this out at the end of this. He said Chrom, of course, still on the map. Not a sleeper character in any regards, and I think I already know the answer to this, but just for the people, just so they can hear it from the official source. Do you think Chrom is still amazing? Do you think people are still sleeping on him?
Dude, everyone is insane for sleeping on this character.
Do you think he's underrated? All that stuff?
Yes, for God's sakes, dude. He's just really... Everyone's going to give me flack for this, and everyone's going to be like, Unga Bunga is Chrom. That character's really hard to play.
Well, Unga Bunga is a pretty stupid term.
It is a pretty dumb term,
yeah.
but like Chrom is really, really hard to play, and neutral is like... I played Diddy, so like, I got neutral for free, and now I'm playing it, I'm like, wow, this character is like a lot of intricacies, a lot of bait and play, a lot of combos that are like... I'm not even good at his combos. I'm just good at up airing, and that's it.
I think that's a testament to how just good of a player you really are as a whole. That the fact that you just went from like playing a character like Smash 4 Diddy, who you said like, you know, had a free neutral, which you know,
very safe,
very
banana,
safe,
all that, and now it's like nothing's safe for Chrom. Like if I do a full hop up air or super spaced fair, it'll be safe, even back air sometimes. But short hop, you're usually not safe on shield. Hard, easy to punish, stuff like that. Hello, Julio. Yeah, it's Julio.
Yeah, that is who that is. Yeah, I know him.
He doesn't really have a lot of safe on shield moves. Even his down tilt only can max space to be safe. Like, he really isn't that safe.
Yeah, you know, when people call Chrom a master, they don't think of, like, how different of a master he is. You think, with some people, when you think of masters, you think of characters like Mario. They get in your face, they press a lot of buttons, they have amazing frame data.
I think masher...
You know, Chrom, on the other hand, he has to mash where you're going. He still has to think about your game plan, where you're going to go, what options you're going to pick.
If I get
what
one hit,
doing,
it's not over, you know?
Yeah, exactly. You know, he still has to think about that in that regard. Chrom. People think I'm definitely still sleeping on this character. I mean, I personally, I never thought he was underrated myself. I'm not just saying that to be like...
He's insane, dude. His hitbox is actually insane. Absolutely insane.
I'm not just saying that to try and get in the clout good side of Shoyo James or anything, all right? Maybe it's because I play Mario myself, but I truly never thought that Chrom was in any regards a bad character. I don't even think it's just an early meta thing. I think unless they nerf him or something...
Yeah, I'm scared for the patch. I'm scared. I don't think he deserves a nerf besides maybe like... Aether, that barely happens anymore. The uppy suicide barely ever happens.
Which you landed last
I did land. That was
Mr.
literally the first one I landed in like a month in bracket. A whole straight month. And the only reason, that wasn't even true. I did Nair, fair, up B, and he just didn't DI out. He just like, I guess he didn't know what to do. So he just died to that fake setup. Aside from that, I really wouldn't nerf too much besides fixing hitboxes. Because I literally ledge trump back aired him as he DI'd in my back air, this was my back air. This was Squirtle, and it hit him. It was stupid.
Yeah.
It was mad stupid. Yeah.
Well.
Chrom, good character, you know?
Chrom, pretty good character. You heard it here first, folks. Shoyo James, never sleep on this man ever. Graduated Smash 4 as pretty much a top 50 player. Let's just go with that.
Yeah, I was like 50 what?
Yeah, 53, something
53,
like that.
Yeah, that's stupid.
Yeah, it's dumb. How was I not a top 100 player? I don't know. It's the whole thing fraudulent. God.
For real.
But yeah, Shoyo James on the map. One of the best Chroms currently doing it. Do not sleep on this man if you see him in bracket, winning the Forge monthly, the first ever Forge monthly, first out of about 140 players.
Yeah.
Just truly showing the attestament to this wonderful player skill with that solid, amazing adaptation against Wishes. Just all over him, who is such an amazing player to get to Grand Finals winner's side on his own. The character is complicated as trainer.
He gave E the work when I watched that Winners Finals.
Oh, he did.
Like, Wishes, Justin has been playing really, really well as well. So I'm glad, like, that me and him were in Grands because that was a really good set. Even if I guess you say I did beat him, I thought they were relatively close because once he gets a hit on me, it's really scary because he knew my habits, he knew my fast fall air dodges and all that stuff. It's easy to catch on. It's just hard to punish.
Yeah, it's
once he gets the punishes, he gets it.
Sort of a testament to the old days as well. We talked about how, like, you know, it just used to be you and him and, like, you know, Grand Finals of every, like, Smash 4 monthly and stuff. And the set was just dominant in your favor. And we said Wishes, trying to make sure that's not the case. But Shoyo James is just too good to be stopped, at least right now, ladies and gentlemen. So, do you have anything else you'd like to say?
Yeah, please come to this venue. This venue's gone.
Oh, yes.
My God.
It's like in a wedding hall. It's beautiful.
It's insane.
Like
a huge venue, super spacious, tons of setups, great TO and RJ. Open bar, food, walking distance Taco Bell, and McDonald's for you degenerates. And the weekly is also not at the same exact venue, but it's literally like
it's in
10-second walk.
It's in the same parking lot.
Same parking lot. So
it's in the same building technically.
So come to the weekly on Thursdays, or come to the monthly, and I think every third Saturday of the month. These are really going to be our prime
events. This is the fourth Saturday,
events.
I think, but you know, I think this one's
it's a little out of place. But yeah, these are our prime events for MHG and New Jersey as a whole. So please support this.
Here at 3505 Bergen Turnpike, North Bergen, New Jersey.
Nerd.
It's the address.
Yeah, you're a nerd.
Trying to tell people. You want people to know?
Yeah, I guess.
You literally just were trying to tell people no. But yeah, that's pretty much going to do it. We hope you enjoyed the first ever Forge Monthly. My name is Antunes. If you like my commentary, you can come and tell me on my Twitter. If you hated it and want to yell at me from the warm safety behind your computer screens, you can do that as well. I'm also a content creator, youtube.com/Antunes, twitch.tv/Antunes, my Twitter handle @Antunes. If you're not following this guy, you're messing up because you're going to see some great clips of Ultimate from one of the forefront. Well, not maybe clips, but you'll follow. You'll see what events he's at where you can find great gameplay of this guy. You know, one of the forefront Chrom players in the entire state, the entire country, really, right now. And shout outs to Matty G, MnT.
I'll be on a second.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. MnT, Shoyo James, force to be reckoned with. Thanks for the interview, my friend. I don't know if Wishes wants to be interviewed. No, Chris. Nah, he's over there. It's time to get home. It's time to get people home, all right? So that's pretty much going to do it for the first ever Forge Monthly. We really hope you enjoyed. Stay tuned next month for the next one. Stay tuned Thursday right here on this very channel, Master Hand Gaming, for the next DNA Weekly. And if you want, you can follow me @Antunes. Follow Chris, Master Hand Gaming Master at CS Tonics. That is pretty much going to do it for this Forge Weekly. We hope you all enjoyed. Thank you all so much for watching. My name is Antunes, and we will gladly see you next time.
Deuces.
Ciao.